I have always been fascinated with the supernatural, especially ghosts. So when my friend suggested going ghost hunting at an abandoned retirement home one night, I jumped at the chance. We had all heard the rumors about strange happenings at the old building, and I couldn't resist the opportunity to experience it for myself. As we approached the retirement home, I couldn't help but feel a sense of foreboding. The building loomed in the darkness, its broken windows and crumbling walls casting eerie shadows. We parked our car on the overgrown driveway and gathered our flashlights and cameras, ready to explore. The front doors of the retirement home creaked open as we stepped inside, the air thick with dust and decay. The old furniture and medical equipment lay scattered around the abandoned halls, a reminder of the lives that once thrived within these walls. We split up into pairs, each pair armed with a camera to capture any paranormal activity. My heart raced as we ventured deeper into the retirement home, the silence broken only by the echo of our footsteps on the old linoleum floors. As we explored the rooms, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. Shadows seemed to move in the corners of my vision, disappearing when I turned to look. I tried to brush off this sensation, chalking it up to my overactive imagination. But then, as we reached the second floor, things took a turn for the worse. A sudden chill filled the air, causing goosebumps to prickle on my skin. I heard a low, guttural growl coming from down the hall, and my blood ran cold. My partner and I exchanged a nervous glance before cautiously moving towards the source of the sound. As we turned the corner, we were met with a sight that made my blood freeze in my veins. Standing before us was a shadowy figure, its form flickering in and out of existence. Its eyes glowed with a malevolent light, and its twisted features twisted into a malicious grin. I felt a wave of terror wash over me, realizing that we were face to face with a ghost. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. My partner and I stood frozen in place, unable to move as the ghost advanced towards us. It reached out a hand, its fingers elongating into claws as it moved closer. But just as it seemed we were doomed, a sudden burst of light filled the hallway. A figure emerged from the shadows, holding a glowing amulet that seemed to repel the ghost. The figure stepped between us and the ghost, standing protectively in front of us. As the light grew brighter, the ghost let out a howl of rage before disappearing into thin air. The figure turned to us, revealing itself to be a spirit guide who had been drawn to the retirement home by our presence. It warned us to leave immediately, as the place was cursed by the vengeful spirits of those who had died within its walls. We wasted no time in heeding the spirit guide's advice, fleeing the retirement home as fast as our legs could carry us. As we drove away, I couldn't shake the feeling of dread that hung over me like a dark cloud. Looking back on that night, I realized that my fascination with the supernatural had nearly cost me my life. Ghost hunting may be thrilling, but it is not without its dangers. I learned a valuable lesson that night, one that I will never forget. And as for the retirement home, I hope its vengeful spirits find peace at last.